Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. I would like to speak on Chris Rock. He recently had did a comedy special where he called Jada Pinkett Smith a B. And I'm like, I understand that you're probably still pissed off that her husband slapped you at the Oscars last year. But I don't care what happened. You called this woman out her name and you called her the B word. I think that was distasteful. It was unfunny. It was uncouth. And that's not the way to get back at people. I can understand anything else you say or whatever. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like you should have been speaking when it first happened or whatever. You wanted to save it or whatever. And I guess that was your way of negotiating and hyping up your little special that you did by not talking about it, ignoring everybody and saying, okay, this isn't the right time. You're not ready to speak or whatever. I understand you wanted to save it for your special to, make your money off of it. And I get it. I understand. But at the same time, first of all, it's been a year. And you could have been spoke about it, been said whatever you want to say. You could have said something about it and moved on and still filmed your little special. But for you to wait all this time and then get on your special and call this woman the B word, I really didn't like it. And I really hate the fact that I sat there and I watched the whole show and you waited all the way to the end to call this lady the B word. And as a black woman, you calling this lady out her name, I was like, did he just, why? It was, I don't care what happened. You're saying that Jada started it. Jada started what? She didn't start anything. You stated that she told you should quit, your hosting gig for the Oscar. How is that starting something with you? By suggesting something or whatever. It wasn't just Jada Pinkett Smith boycotting the Oscars that year. So you could stop that narrative right where it starts. Jada Pinkett did not start with you. Even if she did suggest for you to not host that year or whatever, because it was a lot of people boycotting the Oscars that year, and she had said that she wasn't going to attend. You was talking about her when you got up there and hosted the Oscars that year, stating that she wasn't invited. Who invited you? This, that, and the third. So you said what you had to say at that time about her. So it should have just been put to bed. But you had a vendetta, and because you had her and her husband right in front of your face when you did the Oscars last year, till you just had to keep it going. And I'm not saying that Will should have slapped you at the Oscars or whatever, but I'm not saying that you did not deserve that slap, because this is probably the first time he's seen you or y'all been in each other's company since you talked about his wife regarding the other situation from the Oscars where you were speaking about her. So I'm not going to say you didn't deserve to be slapped. I'm not going to say it. But my thing is, you said nothing, you did nothing at that time. And once again, I can understand you saving everything for your special, but at the same time, Did this woman deserve to be called out her name? Absolutely not. I don't care what happened. I don't care if her husband slapped you, beat your behind 3 times a week. She didn't have anything to do with that. She didn't walk on that stage and slap you or anything. She didn't call you out your name because she suggested that you not host the Oscars and stand with your people. And the only reason why you said that you didn't do anything is because you said your parents told you don't fight in front of white people. There you go again. This is exactly why Jada had suggested that you not host the Oscars that year, because she wanted you to stand with your people. But in reality, you rather coon for the other people. So I can understand where Jada was coming from when she asked you. She didn't mandate you. She didn't dictate you or anything like that. So if she made a suggestion, how is that starting something with you? You really took that out of context and stated something that was untrue, just to be able to call this lady the B word. You did what you wanted to do, and you said what you wanted to say. And I feel like you owe her an apology, because not one time did she call you out her name. And I feel like as a black man, calling this woman the B word, calling her out of her name, it just shows how uncouth you are. And like I said, when Will smacked you, whatever, I said, oh, he deserved that. He did something. Because it was out of character. It was too out of character for Will Smith. And I understand that he was probably dealing with a lot in his personal life and stuff like that. And no one's perfect, and everybody have their moments of bad judgment, lapse in judgment, and things of that nature. But Will Smith has tried several times, and he's mentioned it several times, how sorry he is, and that he has tried to apologize to you, speak to you, have a conversation with you, and you are uninterested. And I get it. You're not ready to deal with it. It happened to you. He did it to you. So I can understand it if you never want to speak to him again, because of the national embarrassment that you got from it. But think of what you're doing to Jada Pinkett Smith. You're a black man trying to degrade her, calling her a B. I don't care what you think of her. This woman is still someone's wife. This woman is still someone's mother. And she's still a bomb-ass entertainer. Why would you call her the B word? You don't want to speak to Will, or, get to the bottom of it or anything like that. Allow him to apologize in person. Then just let the whole thing go, and stop bringing it back up. Stop having it be regurgitated. Everybody is sick of hearing it. We all know the infamous slap. And now, after it done died down a whole year later, now you're ready to speak about it. No, you should have spoke about it when it was time to speak about it. And for you to stoop this low, I wish you had have called her or whatever, called her the B word in the beginning, because I would have immediately cut your special off and not watched it, because I felt as though that was wrong and disrespectful, distasteful, everything. It was just really, really bad and horrible on your part. And it should have never, ever happened. And this is just my thought, my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.